One important concept in art-based learning is thinking in possibilities. And to make it even more precise, thinking in possible worlds. Because that's something different from possibilities. Possible worlds is a term that occurred first in the 17th century by Leibniz. But I don't get into that. What is important in thinking in possible worlds is in fact that life is atomic and that every person is a kind of atom, or that every situation is a kind of atom, a world in itself. And this world in itself is a kind of possible world. So every person is a kind of possible world. So it's not a real world, it's a kind of possible world. And the importance in this possible world is that everything is possible. So where in the real world I can't fly, in a possible world maybe I can fly. In the real world I'm 60 years old. In the possible world, I may be 18 years old. So you can give a lot of examples in that. What is all possible in a possible world? The next question will be, how can you make this possible world possible? How can you make this world of imagination, of what we call fiction, also a true world? I think when we start to implement the possible world as a true world, we're doing something that is in conflict with the possible world, in a way. So a possible world is never something that you imagine and then implement, because that's a planning stuff. Then you make a design and you implement it, and you stepping into a possible world and to make it true is to experience it, live it, be part of it. So you make it true by being part of it. You make it true by believe. It's also not believing really, because belief is also something of there is something I believe in it. No, it's stepping into it. It's stepping into a kind of narrative as a personage, as a kind of part of the story, and then living the story. And more you get used to being part of this possible world. And more this possible world becomes then a true world. Just by living it, just by doing it, just by experiencing it. So when people say things can't be done in policy or in politics, I always question, but do these things not occur because you refuse to step in a possible world? Or do these things not occur because they are simply not possible? So I truly believe that when we step into the possible world, for example, of sustainability, of diversity, of a lot of big questions that are in need at the time, and we start living it, they will be possible.